Hey, what's up, people? Just caught me right in time as we start our group ride here. Who's leading? So there's just three of us in this group ride, but it's always good to ride with other people. Glenn's asking who's leading. That's a silly question, Glenn. Comma. Oh. I'll tell you, voice to text is insane. Glenn, comma, of course you are. All right, so here we go. We are 0.1 miles into our 62. So we'll see how things go. Oh, you know what? I forgot to adjust my weight. I am down. I gotta remember how to set my weight. Here, not there. Let's change my clothes. I'm just gonna have to do it later. I'm sure the pairing. Yeah, everything looks right. My pedaling seems a little bit off. I didn't even know you could change some of this. I will turn off this title music. Not that I don't enjoy. Okay, I don't enjoy it. Alright, well, I'm going to have to figure out the, oh, maybe over here, maybe? Yeah, this is it. As of this morning, 185.6. Like that. Got 20 more pounds is my goal. Back to the ride. Alright. Good morning, Jared. We got a fourth group. Definitely could have more people join us. I guess you can join for 15 minutes. Well, this may be a very quick ride. I don't know how the group rides work. It's a little bit bizarre, I will say that, because it takes a ratio of everybody. So I don't know if it makes it harder eventually or what. But I mean, we're doing 0.9. So if you haven't joined before, you have a trainer. You have a trainer. Oh, now. Why is it saying Glenn is doing 2? Okay, it's starting to get up there. I don't know exactly how it does it, but anyway. So when I talked about watts per kilogram, if you look over to the right-hand side in the middle in the green, you can see the people I'm riding with, and then right under our names in the middle, it has a number. So. I'm at the, now moving up. Anyway, mine is showing 1.5 or 1.6? Can't really tell. So 1.6 kilowatts, or watts, not kilowatts, that would be impressive, per kilogram. So one thing that I keep needing to do is look up a kilogram, right? What's the ratio of pounds to kilogram? That's actually us in the U.S. not using the metric system. I'm definitely more of a metric system fan, but not enough to try to convert everything for me to understand the difference, because everything in the US, not everything, the majority in the US is, yay, I was the fastest. So, but everything in the US is imperial, which, you know, good, bad, indifferent. Measurement's measurement, as long as you know. I got the fastest out of the four of us, but I wasn't trying. I was just pushing, you know, my regular. A little bit harder here. So cadence is how fast you're pedaling, right? Your RPMs per minute. And mine was above 90. Not really looking for something that high. Just looking for a good cadence. I like shooting for about around 85. And when I'm doing this far distance, I am probably looking at 170 watts. Which looks like that's right now, 2.1. I think riding in a group is changing a little bit. I don't know. But I can tell you, if we are riding at 24 miles an hour, and my goal is to do a metric century, which is 100 kilometers, for 62.2 miles. It's actually like 62.134 or something. But always do that extra 10. Worst feeling in the world is I'm gonna do 100 miles today, and it comes back with 99.98 on your cycling computer. That is not ideal. So with that being said, with a group ride, it kind of averages everybody's power. So the person putting out the most power will not get the performance of putting out the most power. But the person putting out the lowest power definitely will not get the lowest power. So the thought is that it averages and everybody stays together and you have a great group ride, which is awesome for riding with friends. Maybe not so awesome when it translates your power to actual mileage and miles per hour. So looking at Glenn's, he's doing like 2.8 watts per kilogram, where mine's over 2, but it's definitely not 2.7, 2.8. That's kind of a monster right there. But I'll just keep my cadence at the 80, 85 is my goal. Glenn knows these roads pretty good, so he says this is pretty flat 16 miles, and that's doing 20 plus miles an hour. That is faster than a 3-minute mile, right? So we should be done fairly quickly, which is awesome. keep imagining one day I will know the maps as well as Glenn. He does not like going text to, or voice to text for Glenn. Glenn. Okay. Or I could just type it in. Oh, so I'm doing a little bit higher than I would like. Well, you know what? I probably should push myself a little bit, but not too much. So getting up to the 185, probably okay. So what I'm talking about is up in the top left-hand corner. Where you see the big, or the blue box with the big white number in there. So that's how many watts I'm putting out. And below that, it has my RPMs or my cadence. You know, and I've been sticking right a little above 85, which I feel good about. And then my heart rate. My heart rate's actually doing really well right now. So I wonder if some of that's game mechanics. I found pushing this way, usually my heart rate gets up to the 160s. But it is what it is. We're here for the fun. So my comment to the map was, you know, one day I'll know the maps. Glenn said, "Don't do it. I need mental help." I wonder why no one stops ahead for Dino Burgers. So since it's a virtual world, they can put a lot of different stuff in here, right? So there's some dinosaurs in here, Aztec ruins, all sorts of fun stuff. So it's a pretty fun game. So if you don't know, it's called Zwift, Z-W-I-F-T. And basically put your bike on a trainer or bike frame, depending on what type of trainer you have. I have one where my actual cycling wheel sits in a groove and turns a roller. Other ones, they instead of having a wheel in the back, their chain goes right to a sprocket on the trainer. One of those things that maybe one day I'll get. So, but right now, and it calculates, right? So it goes through Bluetooth or another wireless protocol. That is not one of the real dinosaurs. That's just a statue dinosaur there. But little hills coming up. Who needs pizza or Italian? Comma, I guess pizza is Italian. LOL. Comma. When I have some of these delicious gummies to hold me over. All right. Since we're going to climb out of the desert and then underwater tubes. Like I said, it's a virtual world. It's only whatever the developers can imagine, right? One of the cool things about virtual. Maybe one day they'll figure out how to do a virtual headset that isn't heavy and it can let you sweat. Because that definitely is I already sweat in, we have an Oculus, and I already sweat in that. So with so I can only imagine trying to wear a virtual headset while cycling. And I already got sweat here. Not a lot, but it definitely is building. Stay right. Well, let's see what no, not sugar-free gummies. Comma. Give me the real sugar with a little added caffeine. Yeah, not a big sugar-free fan. I mean, we do some stevia, but you see my wattage going up, right? If you look over to the right top corner, there is a percentage. I'm going up a hill, it's getting harder. This is where if I was smart, I'd shift into an easier gear, and I'm going to keep my cadence up. So my cadence was dropping below 70, which is not what I want. So switch to an easy gear, less wattage, but cadence is able to stay. I may have to take a step back, or I need to eat some food. My legs are starting to cramp a little bit, which isn't ideal. I'm less than 10% of the way in. So, all right, we're getting to the tube. It's kind of cool to go through the underwater tube. So, long distance rides, half of it is for your butt and your legs to be ready. Because I can tell you, sitting on this these little seats, or what we call saddle, that definitely is one part. But at a certain point, your body becomes used to it in a way that, hey, I know what I'm doing. I'm adjusting to it. I can do this for a long time. But then it becomes a matter of, does your body have the calories to remain pedaling for 140 miles? And so you have to eat during the ride. So just have some granola bar here. I do have some gummies and some water and electrolytes. That may be the biggest trick doing the 140. My goal is to try to match my ride with what people are actually doing in Utah. All right, 20 minutes in, and we're almost halfway. See, my heart rate's getting up to high 150s. Oh, I need to pay better attention. 190 is higher than I want to be. Slow down the cadence. Try to get to that 85 RPMs. I'd say that's better. Still, wattage is about 10 higher than I'd like. Now we're going downhill. Wattage will go down. Pedaling will be easier. So downhill, shift into a harder gear, go a little bit faster. And I need to shift back into an easier gear and try to keep the same cadence. '90's not a bad cadence. '85 to '90. I mean, honestly, that's what I'd like to be at, is 90. The biggest thing is just trying to train my body to focus on cadence. And then the wattage, as I pedal more, will become stronger. All right, I believe we go right. Oh, no. We go left. Go ahead and set it. So we'll go flat, I believe, and then to the end, then I think it's a 6% grade. I think we do a decline and then an incline. There's a little decline, 1%, and incline. Oh, only 3. That was 6 for some reason. So I keep my cadence at 85. I'm doing almost 300 watts, which that takes a lot more calories than 175 watts. Now you might notice I try not to get out of my saddle. You're more efficient if you're sitting. You can put out some power, but ratio-wise, everything I've read said stay in your saddle as much as possible. Sometimes that's not possible. I've gone up some hills in real life where it's like the only thing that's keeping me upright is the amp power that I'm putting in with each pedal. And I'm doing like a mile and a half per hour. Big hill. Some hydration here. That definitely is another trick. Eating while pedaling, or even drinking while pedaling. Definitely a challenge. So I use two things. I use my computer, and my computer is connected to a TV and have a little bit of a mess there. Let's see if I can show you. So when I say a little bit of a mess, more than a little bit of a mess. You guys see that, right? Yeah. So that's a TV. Man, when did I get that TV? That was a long time ago. But it's nice. Nice to have. So, a little bit of it in play. 1%. Usually do okay on that. So yeah, I hook it to the TV, so that's on my big screen is at when writing. I do have a fan, that ceiling fan, so that provides. I'd like a front-facing fan, but I think that'd be louder than my cycling. My chain's already pretty loud. All right. Getting up to the Italian village. Yeah, I wish I could pay Zwift with drop points. So, Zwift is a game. And if you look at the top center white box, see that orange line? That's my experience to my next level. I'm currently level 18. Glenn is something 50 something. Hence why he knows the maps. He spent a lot of time. 5%. Just need to get to the top of the hill. Now, usually, you see a lot more riders, but when you're in a group, you see your group. Because if you look at the oh goodness, see, I told you my heart rate was going to get up. Yeah, this is where I need to start watching my heart rate, trying to train myself not to get in the 170s. Oh, here's the Italian village. Oh. Miles and under 29. Anyway, I was talking about my heart rate. So there's two ways that I try to control my heart rate, and both of them are breathing. Anyway, so in through the nose, out through the mouth. Or learn this trick because I had asthma. I still kind of have asthma, but it's not as bad as it used to be when I was younger. Put your tongue to the top of your mouth. And that helps control the breathing, nose tongue to the top of the mouth. So, yeah, that's and doing that, focusing on that, can help my my beats per minute. Yeah, see, so we're down to 160. Cadence is still 90. We're putting on 185, 190 if we're going to round up. Watts. It's interesting how it changes. 3 little climbs left. Now we got to find out what Glenn thinks is little. Yeah, see, I'm pushing way too hard right now for 62.2 miles. So we were making really good time, and at this point, looks like Glenn's, looks like I'm leading. All right, first, into the volcano. Second, before dropping in the city. Last climb, back to the start. Get on my seat. But a little bit sore. You can see me flapping my arms. It's just making sure I'm getting blood into my hands. This hand's tingling a little bit. You get into a position and it pinches off the blood circuit. It means I have a weak core. A weak core that I need to focus on. I was just thinking the same thing. Yeah, try to focus on other things. The butt gets sore. So that cadence is under 85. Shift to an easier gear. Cadence goes up. Wattage goes down some. Now you see that extra effort, heart rate goes up. Focus on breathing. All right. First hill set down. What did one butt cheek say to the other? I don't know, what? You crack me up. That was a guess. Let's see what Jared. Yeah. If we stick together, we can stop this. That's pretty funny. So, in 3.3 miles, I'll take it down a notch. Start eating some food. Drinking some fluids. I guess I'm not at 3.3 right now. So, one of the tricks when eating gummies, you need to have a lot of fluid. Gummies do not, at least for me, different people different reaction. But for me, if I don't have enough, I'm not drinking water. The gummies don't work as well. So hey left, hey left. Hey, Tay-Tay, Tay-Tay. Voice to text says KK. All right. Just my legs a little bit as we have this decline. I will say my other bike, I do love going downhill. You get into a tuck position and you keep the speed, get a rest of the legs, and just flow. So coasting is not a bad thing. It'll make sure your cadence chart on your ride, so you can look at your, depending on what app and equipment you have, it'll track your cadence for pedaling. And if you're not pedaling, you see a drip down to zero. New power-ups coming. So you see a little truck between the top left hand corner and the center. That's a power up. I don't tend to use them. I feel like it's cheating. I know it's a game, but yeah, I just leave it where it's at. Sight climb. I think we go left. We go. Okay. I was gonna say, going straight, that is not a 1%-ish climb. It's much bigger. 4, 6. We'll just say 5 as an average. Let's see, we are totally crushing this route. Yeah, this has been a fun ride. Kana, thanks for pulling us. Period. I hope I helped some. Oh no. Oh no, Dana! No! Dana! I wonder if she lost her connection. Period. That was a fast disconnect. Yeah, 1.2 miles. 1.2 miles. Last time I joined a group ride, I had 0.2 miles left on my route. and I wasn't watching the clock, and it joined me to the group ride, and now I have to do the route over again just to get that little green marker. All right. %2 is a lot better now than it was at the start of January. Yeah, you can tell when your body's getting better. Oh, geez. 2%. I was kind of wondering the same thing, because at 2 watts per kilogram and doing 29 miles an hour, very questionable. Boom. Thanks all. All I have is 48 miles to go. That should say thanks all, not hey stop. Hey stop. LOL. So you can see we're out of our group ride, and there's a lot more people. It says there's currently 12,600, we'll round up to 700, that are using this program right now. So if you see people with like little screens in front of them, they're actually doing a training program. So they'll have things that will basically give you a kind of, hey, put out this much wattage for this long, and you just stick with it. You stick with it, and you know, kind of focus, and gives you a goal and whatnot. I am not. So that little ghost guy, that is a ride I've done previously. I am not going to try to keep up with him. Ooh, but I do need to up my power some, lower my RPM some. So when I ride, sometimes I'll do a count, kind of 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Get to the finish line here. Yeah, see, 8 seconds slower. I was pushing myself dead. Did that 42 seconds. So slow down, eat some more drink some more. Then I'll take a break at 31 miles. Stretch the legs. And get back on. Finish the last 31 miles. And depending on where I'm at, I might go a little bit more or a little bit less. I'll go a little bit more. I won't go a little bit less. All depends on if I'm at the top of the hill. You don't want to stop in the middle of going up the hill. I don't want to stop going downhill too. So everything's getting a little bit harder because I'm not in group ride anymore. So there's a good chance I may do more than 62. I mean, I felt like my wattage was good throughout that ride, right? Because I was putting out over 2. But that mileage was kind of ridiculous. So at this rate, 3-minute mile, now we're looking at 3 hours. That's a lot of pedaling. So I'm gonna do some of the. I'm gonna try some YouTube shorts. I'm gonna call it "Why Do I Ride?" I'm gonna share some stories about friends. I'll exclude names, because I don't have their explicit permission. But I'll do some shorts, put it on Facebook, and put it on YouTube. I guess it goes to Instagram also. Used to be into social media a whole lot more than I am now. I'll get on there and see how people are doing. Try to share a few things so people know I'm alive. I don't know how these creators do it though. This is easy, right? I'm just getting on, talking to myself. No one ever joins. But that's not the point. Just keep my mind off my butt. Otherwise my butt hurts. Maybe someone will watch this and like, oh yeah, that's awesome. Maybe I'll do some tutorials, do some personal training type thing for the industry I work in. So some computer related stuff. It's pretty, there's a lot to the IT world. I know some software developers don't like to be considered IT. I consider it all IT. Information technology. I'm definitely not a programmer. I'll dabble in it. Usually the closest I get is some SQL queries and some regex. Doing Python there for a while. One of those things. If I don't use it, I lose it. So what we can do is do our best. Hey, we got a thumbs up. What are the thumbs ups? So thumbs ups are kind of like likes on Facebook, hearts on Instagram. Keep you going, right? When I get a thumbs up, I try to see if I can find the person. Otherwise, when I'm cooling down, I'll find them in the app and give them a thumbs up. Yeah, we got a good, I was like, hey, I'm only putting 150. I'm doing 25 miles an hour. 150 watts. That's because we're going downhill. Keeping the cadence nice and average right there in the mid-80s. I remember a job I had a while back working for a cycling clothing company. It's kind of two companies I was working for. But we do group rides. One guy said, "Don't worry about putting out the wattage. We're not going to leave you. Just focus on your cadence." It's kind of stuck with me. Along with shaking my arms. Why do I shake my arms? Because if I'm shaking my arms, they're kind of holding my core. If I'm holding in my core, it gives me better posture and not so much pressure on the arms. If I don't have as much pressure on the arms, then I don't get the pins and needles in my hands. I don't want those pins and needles. So, what does my training schedule look like? Saturday will be my long days. 3 hours metric century. That is the goal every Saturday. Until a week before the ride. Well, a couple of weeks before the ride. I'll lengthen that to 80 and 100. But I won't go over 100. At that point, I should have everything in place for my body to be ready to do the 140. Have the eat, drinking done. So that's Saturday. Tuesday will be another group ride until April 1st, if weather allows. The Huntsman Group back in Utah, they will be doing outside rides, and I will cry every time they are. Not because I can't do it, or for the fact that I won't be riding with them. Honestly, that group of people are the reason I still ride. So I'll ride with them. Do group rides. You know, that kind of throws the actual mileage, what you do, kind of out the window. But it's more camaraderie ride than anything else. But it's been awfully snowy in Utah, so we may get some rides out. But then in April, maybe I'll give me a GoPro. Keep sharing videos. They won't be live, but I'll still share how my training rides are going. Maybe have my son edit them. He's good at that. But I'll ride with the Bike Mart community group, or community rides. Bike Mart is, if I understand right, Lance Armstrong. He rode with the Bike Mart group. Now I won't be riding out of Richardson, which is the original one. Still need to make it down there. I heard they have some pretty awesome vintage bikes and stuff hanging from the ceiling and whatnot. But so I'll plan to ride with them on Saturdays. I'll start out with a 40 mile, make sure my virtual riding translates well into physical riding. And then that'll be on Saturdays, not on Tuesdays or Thursdays. So Thursday, no Huntsman Group Rides. So that is the day that I'm gonna focus on roughly an hour just pushing myself, right? Train my body to be able to put out more wattage. They have a FTP test, which is, I always forget. Whenever I think FTP, I think file transfer protocol. And think you need to have an S on the end of that thing. FTP is not secure, computer term. Some of you got that. But yeah, just training the body to put out more wattage, make it stronger, which will make my Saturday and Tuesday rides stronger. And from there, I'll just get better and better. 3 days a week sounds good to me. Give me a rest period between them. And then I got to figure out what I'm going to do after June 10th. Because I definitely do not want to get back to the place where I was previously. So I've only done one group ride with Bike Mart. I went out there, felt good, but I hadn't ridden for probably 6 months. I was like, well, I'm just going to stay with this group. And we got to the turnaround point for either 20 or 40 miles. I was like, you know what, I'm doing okay. I'm going to just stick with the 40 mile. I felt bad because I slowed it down. I was not ready for 40 miles. So, yeah, that was, and I kind of got down on myself. Like, oh man, I used to do 40 miles and feel like I hadn't done anything. Granted, that's when I was riding almost every single day. I was in decent shape, I will have to admit. So from that standpoint, it was really depressing. I know I shouldn't be because it's life, right? Do what we can, try to be better each day. Don't get down when we have bad days or bad years. Definitely can be challenging. Watching that RPM to 80, putting out 250. That top left is usually what I watch. It's usually the RPMs and heart rate. Wattage is going to be what wattage is. Yeah, look at that. 79. Yeah, seeing the heart rate. I saw that going. Hard for me to keep the heart rate down. I'm putting out 250 watts. That's 2,500 watt light bulbs. So I need to focus on that. Let's take this opportunity. Get some hydration. Okay, look at that. We have less than 40 miles. We're just doing the same route as we did before. With it being 16, what I think I'll do, 16.5 or whatever, I'll probably just finish the second loop and then stop, stretch, eat. Easier to eat when you're not pedaling. Definitely doable. do about 5-minute break. And get back on. Finish the probably 29 miles at that point. I want to say this route was 16.5. Route might be a little bit shorter because they kind of give you a little warm-up period. If you're looking to follow someone on Strava, Strava is a fitness app. And the fitness app, oh man, I thought going to a harder gear would be good for me. Too many wattages. But Strava is a fitness app, so you can put on, go for a run, you can track it, it uses GPS and whatnot if you're just using your phone. But in this case, it will transfer my mileage from Zwift to Strava, give some maps, take some screenshots, and stuff like that. Yeah, that little truck over the guy, that's a bonus. So if I press that truck between the wattage, I need to name them. Between the top left-hand corner wattage meter and my distance time meter in top center, if I press on that truck, I get a little truck above me. Oh, this is harder without a group. Spoiled. I'm gonna go easier gear. Can't burn up too many calories. So, I was looking, I'd heard all these stats before, and part of the reason I ride. But hold up Huntsman Cancer Foundation quick facts, right? So that's the whole point of this training, right? Well, not the whole point. I enjoy it too. But the riding 140 miles, why would you do that? There are days I question myself, but there definitely is a reason. Family, friends that have fought, are fighting this terrible disease. And I'm lucky enough at this point in my life that it's not something that is affecting me personally. So what can I do to help people, right? So putting myself in pain, writing a lot, and asking people to donate for the pain that I'm going through, right? No. I'm just trying to bring attention to a great organization that is doing what they can to understand cancer, come up with new treatments to help those that are fighting it. Whether it's people that have already lost, people that are in remission, or people that are fighting it right now. It definitely is a challenge, and we can only do so much, but every little bit counts. So if you look in the doobly-doo down below in the comments, you will see a link to my charity page. Each person has it. that is doing the Huntsman Sports Fest, aka Huntsman 140. These are some of the reasons, that not that I need more reason than the loved ones that I'm writing for anyway. But you don't know the people I'm writing for. It's personal for me. So, do some of these Huntsman Cancer Institute quick facts. Kind of show you what kind of organization I'm writing for. So, in 1995, John Huntsman and Karen Huntsman, their family, pledged $100 million to construct a state-of-the-art cancer center. And it was named Huntsman Cancer Institute. So, so that was, so the Huntsmans in Utah are well known. They've donated a lot of money. They've been blessed enough that they can. So that's pretty awesome. So that kind of tells you where the name came from and what they where they got their start. So the Huntsman Cancer Institute is the only National Cancer Institute designated for comprehensive cancer center, or it is the only National Institute designated comprehensive cancer center in the Midwest, serving Utah, Idaho, Montana, Nevada, Wyoming, the largest geographic region of any center. So you might say, wait, you're in Texas. Why are you writing for Mountain West? Well, that's where I was born and raised. Besides a few years here in Texas, I've always lived in the Mountain West. Not always in Utah, but always in the Mountain West. So it definitely is close to my heart. The treatments that they do is doesn't just serve Mountain West though, and that's it. It's an important thing to remember when donating. It may be that might be where they serve, but their treatment goes around the world. So the Huntsman Cancer Institute expands its reach through several community clinics in the surrounding area and has 6 affiliate hospitals in neighboring states. The Huntsman Cancer Institute operates clinics that focus on patients with a family history of breast, colon, melanoma, pancreas, and prostate cancer. Now, my wife's grandfather, on her father's side, never was fully diagnosed, but he had all the symptoms of prostate cancer. It was not fun for him. He never went through treatments and whatnot. But I think about that when you hear that prostate cancer. I got a brother-in-law. He's clear right now. He's feeling effects from past treatments. Hard to think about. More genes for inherited cancers have been discovered by the Huntsman Cancer Institute than any other cancer center in the world. And that's right there is a reason to donate, right? You got to know where you're at so that you can get better, right? You know where you're at, so you know where you're going. That's an important piece right there to help identify monitor, be proactive instead of reactive. Story of my working life. You can be proactive, always better than reactive. Man, I tell you, talking right and playing nice on my heart rate. We got 6 more miles. Less than 6 miles, I think. I'll take a rest. Get the heart rate down. So the Huntsman Cancer Institute has 237 research teams studying all aspects of cancer. It's wild to know that there are so many different ways that cancers can affect people. We had a team member, when I say team member, Huntsman Cancer Institute team member that we rode with, that I rode with. And she lost the fight against the disease. So remembering her, writing for her, one of those things that keeps you focused, keeps you writing. So hard to see loved ones pass away well before their time. Special person there. Everybody on that team is special. Some people do it. They come for the camaraderie. And I'll tell you, you open up your heart and listen to the stories that people are sharing. It's hard not to want to do this, even if it's painful and a struggle at times. Anyway, keep going here. We had an hour and 13 minutes. We're almost halfway. That's awesome. That's awesome. 21 miles an hour, just under a 3-minute mile. But we know we have some hills coming up. So we'll take those extra miles above 20. See if we can keep that average of 20 miles an hour. And keep losing weight. That definitely helps. Same power, less weight. That's a higher watts per kilogram. And I've lost 8 pounds. Maybe 7. Maybe 6. 6 to 8 pounds. We could average it, say 7. I was a little bit worried about it, intermittent fasting and whatnot. But when I ride, I'm not going to deprive my body of everything. I'm too afraid that will tax my body. Don't need more medical issues, right? Keep drinking and eating. Make sure I can do another, what is that, 33 miles. .2. When we get to 34.2 more, see if I do a little bit more. I was thinking about doing 7 today. thought being increase that distance. So make up for the team draft. So this was our first hill of 3. I definitely did not downshift the easier gears last time. I was just like push, push, push. I'm sure the drafting helped. Little hill. Downshift on this. Stay in my saddle. It's gonna hurt because I'm not gonna control it enough. Interesting to think, riding with almost 13,000 people all over the country. You look over at the Zwifter nearby, where it shows my wattage per kilogram. You see the nationality flags. While I say there's more US here, there definitely is than any other individual country I've seen. There are more total different countries than there are US. It gives you a picture of how widespread this program is. So Mexico, Italy, France, I want to say the blue with the white cross is Jamaican country. Anyway, Mexico, Norway, Italy, Great Britain, Canada. Not unusual. Right now, it's unusual to see, but not unusual to see Japan, China, depending on what time you're getting on. But I mean, most of them are asleep right now. All right, coming up on 30 miles. Doing good. I think I'm gonna have another gummy here. Definitely more water. I feel like I'm cheating a little bit. My elevation is so low. My elevation was definitely more last week. Definitely slower last week too. feeling good. Good 200. Good cadence. I think I'm getting good drafts on people too. All right, on the ghost in front of us. When we catch up to him, we'll stop. This will be a nice, maybe this will be a nice flat area. Since I'm going to stop, I might be pushing harder than I should. Downshift a little bit easier. Definitely is fun getting the records, but my heart rate. We have more hills. Getting there. 31-1. We are halfway. Nice. Get off my butt there for a second. I think I need another light. Light behind me is too bright. See my furry face. Alright. Heart rate back down to 170. I say that. Start talking. Just back up. All right. Well, before I was saying, hey, when we catch up to my ghost, then we'll know we finished the lap. Now it's when the ghost disappears. That's when we finish the lap. That's when I'll take a break. I think we got about a mile. Oh wait, no. 32. Yeah, a little over a mile actually. this is where we should have started, actually, since there's no kind of warm-up. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We're getting close. That's all I do. Debating, I'm at 90 RPMs, 91, which is higher than I want. My heart rate's up. Downshift. Yeah, let's see. I can hear you. Hold on. Yeah. Wife stopped by, gave me an update on her puppy. Basically saying that the dog likes to follow her around. I just realized you guys might not be able to hear me over my chain. Definitely isn't ideal. Well, we had a faster lap than last time, which is a little bit surprising since doing the group ride. Stretch a little bit here. Yeah, when I used to ride, I let my heart rate get up to 180s. And if I hit 190, my body went, yeah, you're done, without a good amount of rest. So, hopefully, I'm keeping 160s for long distances. And as I get healthier, it'll be easier. I know at one point, my resting heart rate was so low, I went to give blood one time and they took me down. Because it was too low. Too low. Alright. We are close. We're at 32.8, almost 33. I was thinking about getting greedy. Try to beat my time. Yeah, that's just going to get my heart rate up. You don't need that. Just keep a steady pace. Let's see, I was not at a steady pace there. I can do better. Pushing there. That is okay. We're at 46 second, or closer to 47 pace. This isn't my fastest. It's faster than the last time. Pace 47. Oh, look at that. Must be around. Ghost almost caught up to us. All right. Yeah, so people doing 28 seconds. It's insane. I need to watch back some of my videos, see if you guys can hear me. I need a directional mic. Maybe I should try my earbuds that I have in. I use them to keep down the noise. Just realized you guys don't have noise canceling. You probably get the full force. My goodness. Well, this route would be done by now. That's okay. Every mile I do now is one less mile after the fact. So I think I'll do a U-turn, stop, take a break, come back, and do one lap in reverse. And then from there, we'll just explore. Hopefully not pick any big hills. And at 62.2, we'll see if we do 7.8 more, make it around 70. Alright, I think this is it here. Though I thought it was it a long time ago, so. We will see. We will see. The route that never ends. Of our coast behind us. We may just need to call it a day. We'll go to 35. I don't see the end by there. That is break. Oh, look. See that little beam of light up there? I believe that is it. We'll keep going. That beam of light is in the middle of the lake. That is not it. Let's go around this until we get to non-grade, 2% grade. All right, let's call that a rest point. That is half of 70. All right, we'll coast to a stop here. We'll push this off to the side. We'll stop my running timer. I'm coasting and passing this guy. Not bad to have a nice downhill. Oh, all right. So, we're good for there. And we come to a stop. Menu button will pop up. Stop my timer. I'm gonna eat some food, drink a lot of water, make sure I stay hydrated. There goes my ghost. And then we'll come back and see that the end of the route is like less than a mile. All right, I'll be back, everybody. After these messages, we'll be right back. Actually, there's no message. Almost ready. Heart rate's down to 146. Keep drinking water, refill, and don't want to drink too much water. Get a side ache. Debating if I just stop this route and find a 30 mile route with some more hills, because I only do 1,200 feet of climbing. Or maybe I'll wait until Thursday and do a good elevation route and just get the 70 in today. I think that's what I'm going to do. Wait for the elevation for Thursday. All right, I'm going to fill my waters and I'll be right back. All right. Get my cleats back in. Snap. Snap. Let's get these. Oh, let's check, make sure all of our, last time I stopped, I lost pairing with my equipment. Check here real quick. All connected, all connected. Here we go. Whoa. Get those little cobwebs that built up during my re-engage here. Legs do feel sore, but get everything back to cadence at 74, 75. See if we can catch up with this person. Do a little bit of drafting here. Oh, my legs warm. Back up. Oh, and then we just pass them. Drafting in this game is hard. All right. And the countdown begins. As soon as I can do point my more miles. There we go. 34. Oh, I was going to turn around. I was going to turn around when we finished the route, huh? Never finished the route. We'll just keep going. We'll just keep going. We'll just keep on going. And if we do come to the end, we'll flip a UE. And right through those mountains. I don't know if I'm ready to hit the big peak yet. That is hard climbing. Maybe I will do that last Thursday of the month. That's like 5,000 feet climb. It's easy, 2 hour ride, I believe. It's over an hour and a half, I know that. We're at a good pace. We'll just stick here. Good gear. Try not to get distracted by segments. Oh, I missed the thumbs up. Or the right on. All these Tron bikes. So you can actually switch your bikes and whatnot. You get a higher level. You get different options. I just choose the black jersey bib. I don't need anything fancy. Usually I try to choose the ugliest avatar you can get. But 33 miles to go. I don't have anything that's ugly enough. So I just went black. Black is good. This is good. 2 watts per kilogram. I like it. I like it. And I remember riding through this with the group. I just can't remember if it was at the end of the ride or the beginning of the ride. Oh, it's at the end. I'm thinking. Yeah, I think this was the. Is this the last? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know maps as well as Glenn does. I think he's level 50 plus. He's level 18. I wish Zwift had a yearly plan though. Monthly plans, what's up with that? Give me a yearly plan so I can get a discount. Like $16 a month, which is within my budget. All good. Yeah, see, I like this. It's funny because the phone app doesn't keep you centered. So if there's a the person, because the people that give you thumbs ups are usually around you. Sometimes people go through and say, "Who has a lot of miles?" Yay, 37 miles, that's a lot. Give you a thumbs up. Sometimes not. I'm not sure if that's the person who gave you a thumbs up or not. Thumbs right ons. I keep saying thumbs up, right? Oh yeah, see, this is the climb to the start. Say what? It's more than 16 miles. Closer to 20. I'll take it. I'll take it. Really need to be focusing on my cadence, so over that wattage. Get my heart rate back up if I don't watch it. Should be pretty much the last climbing. What I need. Oh, I forgot the countdown. Less than 32. Good. All right, get some downhill here. Shift to a harder gear. Some of that cadence, and that wattage. Okay, it's like cadence, wattage equals heart rate. You need to watch it. That's the thing. Body one day react differently the next day, depending on how you fuel it. It'll be 1 miles. So it's not an easy equation. Not an easy equation. Right now, doing good. Robo Rider. Going too fast for that Robo Rider. Yes, a scent there. That's right, and we have to climb out the tunnel. Downshift again. So I can keep my heart rate one below 160s. I'm making good time. Nice and flat. Keep right on. So you see the thumbs up next to the people, or the graph on the right. So we're doing an FTP test. See what their average wattage is over a certain amount of time. Now we got a 3% grade up here. Keep my cadence up. Let my heart rate to go up. Oh, this is all out for 30 miles. Closer to 29 now. See the heart rate back there. Forgot the call out. 29. 28.9. It's kind of funny that I'm missing that since it pops up and says, hey, you made another mile. And it's 19 miles to my metric century. Metric century, 62.2 miles, 100 kilometers. Heart rate. It's not staying down. Keep focusing on it. Breathe. Breathe. Eight miles. You can see Swift as runners too. It's kind of cool. Sometimes wonder how many people have e-bikes on here. There's our ghost timer. 6 minutes and 4 seconds ahead of us. I'm not sure, because if that's the end of the route, or what? got a nice little drafty buddy here. Pass him up. There we go, 27. I'm gonna wiggle with my arms enough. Yeah, we should get the wattage 200 plus. I like it. We got another 27 to go. Probably need to do some research. Find out if there's a Texas, kind of Huntsman Cancer Institute. They have hospitals everywhere. I know there's a lot of universities which tend to have a lot of research. Give it a look. See if there's potentially a charity work that I can do after the Huntsman 140. The nice thing about the Huntsman 140, it's a registered charity. So I had someone at work, they donated. Remember, you can donate down in the doobly-doo. More details or more info. And they, then I was talking to my manager. She's like, "Well, are they a recognized charity?" And I went and looked, and it is. So, the company I work for, they'll match. So this person that donated 25 filled out the form, and 26 miles. Yeah, so the company, her $25 turned into $50, which was pretty awesome. We have a company that will do that. I should put my virtual entry fee into, see if they'll match it also. Hills, look what it's doing to my miles per hour. We like to keep our miles per hour at 20. Or we can get a 3-minute mile. Most of my total rides are like 19 point something over the full ride, which is not as high as I'd like it to be. That's okay. One day at a time. Get a little bit better. A little bit more in shape. I need to include some core exercises. Get core strengthened so I don't have to wiggle my arms as much. Keep the core tight. Keep all the weight off of my hands. Oh, look. So we can get a thumbs up here. Hey, look at that. Someone gave us a thumbs up. Oh, we gave him a thumbs up back. Yeah, he's moving. Back to 20 plus miles an hour. That's good. That is good. If you think about it, 21 miles an hour. We have 25.1 miles. So it's a little over an hour at an average of 21 miles an hour. You know those hills, they slow us down. Oh, get out of my seat for just a second. Get back in my seat. I'm feeling good about the heart rate. Definitely think this is lower than it was a couple of weeks ago for this intensity and length of ride. Honestly, I wasn't doing this length of ride. Well, I guess I did a little over 40. I jumped from low 40s to 60. A little bit higher than usually, but it's all good. It's all good. A lot better than it was in January. January, I did some blood tests. Got something back that said, hey, your LDL's not great. So my bad fat. So changed some of my eating habits. I'm back into a better eating pattern. Started exercising. Yeah, getting close to 10 pounds off, which is awesome. The goal is 165. I don't really see needing to get lower than that. All right, so if this is actually the finish line, which I don't think it is, I think it's a little bit further. It is. Finish line. So that's 23 miles. Let's do a U-turn here. You can do it in reverse. That's 23 miles. Then we'll have a slight cool down. We are good for the day. And then we have we got honeydew list. And kind of lazy. Let me get the dusting done. I was doing it every week. It's doing really good. And I got a new calling at church. Which added responsibility. started riding, which takes time. And doing all of that, missing out on some of the housework that needs to be done. See how we can get these all in. Man, look at this hill here. It's like 2 hours. We know it won't stay this. We got the top of the hill coming through. Heart rate's getting a little bit higher than I would like. Just breathing. Some rollers here. I think we were in a different route. 23 miles to go. Big hill. Big short hill. That's more hill than I wanted. Sleepy hand. Stand up. Sit down. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Downhill. Decent. Bus it. Not give it a try. Hit 2.01. Fast time. Got one of the ride-ons. 22 miles to go. Oh man, I do not think we're on the same track or route. No, we're not on the same route. Yeah, I'm not staying with Petrick. They're in front of me. There's plenty of gears. He's just too strong of a rider. Descent before we get to the hill. Or to the bridge. There's a hill on the bridge. Twenty-one. 21. Trick is not to get baited. I'm trying to get a personal best. That wattage too high. Now shift. I'm gonna have to downshift again. This is a good steep hill. Another downshift coming. So keep this. All right. My granny gear, which is small gear in front. % grade. We definitely are on a different route. top of the hill. I'll be honest, the behind is not liking me right now. That is okay. That's why we get ready. One pedal at a time. Oh, less than 20. Yeah, not looking like I'm getting a top 3 personal. Not today. Pretty lean there. No gauges there. Good view. See if we get my heart rate back down. Easy when it's flat. Easier when it's flat, I should say. All right, we should get some beats down here. See if we can make up some time. 2, 1, 2. Percent, ascent 9%. .4 miles to go. Not doing very good on the shout outs. All right. Apparently, not many people go the reverse hilly loop. All right, 18 miles to go. I don't think I want to do hilly loop again. That wasn't very long. That was almost, I think there was more climbing than that than the 16-mile route. Let's go back through the desert. Got 10 more miles for a metric century. We'll add 7.8 miles to the end of it. Towards the volcano. I'm not going to go to the top. Oh, yeah, look at that. No, they haven't been doing it. It definitely can make a difference. Oh. close to 17. Sixteen 16.8. Mind starts wandering. I'll focus on things. You see all the pretty stuff around, and I'm basically focusing on the person in front of me. Oh, look at this. The leveling 0.7 miles. 0.6 miles. Hey, I got my weekly goal. As I rode on Thursday, I'm gonna have to increase that. I'm doing a Tuesday and a Thursday ride. We are not doing King of the Mountain. We definitely are going to go right. I want to go faster, but get the heart rate down too. All right, I leveled up. 16 miles to go. Cool shades. Hey. There we go. See, this is a good, great. I can get my heart rate down. Oh man, it's too slow. I didn't want to go this way. This is the way I just came. I know, inefficient. Better to shift into an easier gear. Who gave me that 6% grade? I did, because I didn't say to go the other way fast enough. Hey. I'm famous. Ah, 30 rides on in a single ride. I don't know if that makes me famous. They just, people recognize that 54.5 miles is not a little bit. Definitely under an hour now. Question is, do we meet 3:15? Because 15 miles, 3 minutes, that's 45 minutes. We're definitely not doing a 20-minute mile. Right on. Miles. Nice. Hand. Sit down. Easier gear. Stand up. All right. Be my option. Here we go. Down. Cadence is a little bit higher, wattage is a little bit lower. So doing 19 miles an hour. 14.4 miles to go. What do you do, sprint or downtown? Sprint sounds flatter. Although downtown is pretty darn flat. No changing now. Not a U-turn. These are rollers. Wait for it to go to 56. So there we go. 56. All right. Ooh, let's see. Mr. Cox. Chris Cox. Right on. These are rollers. Hills where you can get enough speed. You get the next hill. it appears here. Down a little bit harder. Use that power a little bit better. Uphill. A little bit easier here. 4, 2. Or 3. Whoa, no, 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 no. 13.5 miles to go. Get the set here. Here's our sprint. Definitely not pushing. Yep, it didn't even give us an, I didn't see an option to go left. We got a whistle. Right on. Oh, right on. That menu came up awfully quick. 13. Oh, looks like my picture paused. Let's see if we can get it back here. Nope. All right, well, if you're watching this, we're going to end the stream. I'll finish my 12.9 miles and post on Facebook, but no sense in watching a frozen screen for almost a mile now. All right, take care, everybody. Wish me luck. Check out the link in the description below, as it definitely is a great cause. Tax deductible too, you know, get all the bonuses. And we'll see you guys on Tuesday.